Good morning, everybody. Curcio and Cashado and Owaynot Law Group have filed a lawsuit. We'll be bringing a lawsuit today on behalf of the Jenkins family, stemming from the March 24th, 2024 death of Jason Jenkins, an employee at a Walmart in Rockford. Mr. Jenkins was tragically killed in a heinous attack by Timothy Carter, an assailant who was openly brandishing two knives in a Walmart store, walking up and down aisles, and unfortunately targeting African Americans, where today the Jenkins family needlessly suffers. You have to look at the corporations involved here. At this earliest juncture, Walmart and Brosnan Risk Consulting, Walmart's third-party security contractor, for their utter failure and lack of apprehending the assailant Timothy Carter, but providing any sort of emergency preparedness and security measures to those in the store, including decedent Jason Jenkins. Mr. Carter was walking throughout the store, openly brandishing a hunting knife and a kitchen knife and targeting African Americans. And based on our investigation and the investigation conducted by law enforcement, it appears that no security measures were taken whatsoever to notify those within the store, including Jason Jenkins, of this threat of great bodily harm, when certainly emergency action procedures need to be taken. Walmart has an infamous history with in-store threats, whether it be in Cave Creek, Arizona, Ohio, and more recently a massacre that occurred in El Paso, Texas. Is you can't place your products over your people. When there is a threat in a store, you have to have plans in place. At the very least, people like Jason Jenkins should have been alerted of the threat so they could have sought safety. But unfortunately, it appears none of that had occurred. And today, a young 18-year-old man's life was cut short. And here with me today is co-counsel Mohammed Owaynot, the mother of Jason Jenkins, Nyla Jenkins, Jason's twin brother, Jasper Jenkins, and the Jenkins family at large.
So, Jack, why don't you talk to us about, I mean, you say that you're holding, obviously, Walmart and the security company responsible. I know you mentioned the security footage. Talk to us about what that footage shows, how long it went on for. I mean, what is it there that shows you that there was neglect?
One of the reasons that we have filed this lawsuit is to gain accountability and answers for the Jenkins family. The charging document against Mr. Timothy Smith indicates that he was walking through aisles, openly brandishing two knives, and targeting more than one person, African Americans. And one of the major issues we have to look at is the amount of time that this was occurring, where Walmart and Brosnan Security would have had notice of this threat within their store, but failed to act. I mean, this is not a situation where a man walks up to another man, instantly pulls out a knife and stabs him. The fact that he was openly brandishing two weapons and walking through the store, and based on the charging documents, targeting multiple people, gives us a level of belief that there was a significant amount of time here where Walmart and Brosnan should have foreseen this horrific crime underway and alerted people within the store, including decedent Jason Jenkins, of his presence.
And these were not his knives, were they?
Well, we haven't come to that conclusion at this time, but we are under a belief, based on the charging documents, that one of the knives was a kitchen knife and a hunting knife. And one of our allegations in the complaint is the accessibility of being able to obtain deadly weapons within the store. Our investigation leads us to believe that these knives were actually obtained from the Walmart store, so he had time to access a hunting knife, which is in one location of the store, a kitchen knife in the other location of the store, open that packaging, and then walk amongst the store targeting people, specifically African Americans.
What do you mean by targeting?
Based on our investigation, based on interviews we've conducted, but more importantly, documents from the Rockford Police Department and also charging documents, it appears that this was certainly a racially motivated crime where Mr. Smith is believed to have gone through the store purposefully looking for African Americans, coming across, sadly, Jason Jenkins, who had his back turned, going about his duties as a Walmart employee, stocking shelves, and obviously in a most heinous fashion, targeting an innocent African American person by stabbing him.
And there was an expletive, right, uttered, you believe? before the stabbing, which leads us to think that this was a hate crime?
A horribly racial slur was used. I think we all know what that slur was, which clearly gives rise that not only was he targeting human beings, but he was specifically targeting an African American.
Mrs. Jenkins, I know this is hard. Look, if we can move the microphone just a little bit. First of all, how are you doing?
I'm taking one day at a time. It's real hard.
What would you want us to know about yourself?
He was caring. He always put people before himself. He was bubbly, full of life. He was just a happy child. He was happy, liked sports, loved playing football with his brother. He just was a happy child.
And obviously, you're getting some form of accountability in the sense that the man responsible for this is behind bars.
Yes.
But you're looking to hold Walmart accountable. Tell us why.
They didn't protect my baby. You have security there, and you didn't protect him. You didn't protect other people's babies. You know, my child is not the only one that's in there working. You know, you didn't even protect the people that shop there. It could have been me. He could have target. You know, it could have been an old lady. He could have target. You got your underwears locked up, but you don't have your knives locked up. It's sad.
How long did Jason work at Walmart?
I want to say it was going on 2 years now.
Was it a job he enjoyed?
Yeah. He would get nervous when he was running late or something. You know, want us to run light so he wouldn't be late. So, but yeah, he enjoyed working there.
What was he looking to do in the future? I mean, he was so young. He was just 18.
Well, at the moment, he was just picking out his colors for prom because he graduates this year. And we were supposed to go look at suits. He had just picked lavender as his color because he liked bright colors. So,
I'm so sorry, man. Why are we filing this in Cook County Court?
Because of the the lawsuit is going to be filed in the Circuit Court of Cook County, given the substantial presence that Walmart and Brosnan Securities have here, and the public interest factor that it runs to our state's largest county. Walmart and Brosnan maintain a regular and continuous business here in Cook County, which affords a plaintiff who has the deference and right to pursue a lawsuit in the county of their choice under Illinois' venue statute to pursue that county. And the Jenkins family has decided to file here in Chicago and Cook County.
You say it's going to be filed. Has it not yet been filed?
It will be filed this afternoon.
Okay. So we don't have a stamped copy yet, right?
I do have a copy of the lawsuit. For anyone who would like a copy, we can print off a copy to anyone.
But it's not yet officially
Correct.
filed in court. Okay. Anything that we're missing here that we would like to?
I'd like to add just a few things, if that's okay.
Can we have you say and spell your name, please?
Sure. Mohammed Owainat from the Owainat Law Group. That's Mohammad. Last name Owaynat. I'm not sure who I should be looking at here. All right. Well, first of all, thank you everyone for coming here today. Obviously, this is a tragedy, but the biggest tragedy is that this was preventable. And there were entities and corporations who have the resources and the know-how to prevent this from happening. But they failed us. They failed Jason, they failed the Jenkins family, and they failed our community at large. There's questions. There's a lot of questions. Why did this happen? Why was this allowed to happen? I want to know I'm sure we all want to know. Jason was stabbed in the back. Why wasn't he given a warning, at least a PA system announcement that someone is walking around brandishing a knife? Jason wasn't just stabbed in the back by Mr. Carter that night. He was stabbed in the back by Walmart, who failed him.
And Mohammed, we've talked about, and I mean, Jack was mentioning this, we don't know exactly how long he was walking around with the knives. That's something that's not yet clear according to the information we have.
Correct, but I assume it's not easy to grab a knife, open the package. There are cameras around, right? And I assume those cameras and Brosnan security aren't just there to protect the products. What about the people?
Right, but I just did want to clarify that. And you've not been privy to seeing that security video yet, so we still don't know how long from when he entered the store to grab the knife to stab Jason.
That's still under investigation, and yeah, you're absolutely right.
Okay, is that good?
Of course.
Come on in close, everybody.
Stay where you are.
Okay.
Just, you know, thank you, I appreciate it.